No matter what your gender is, whether if you're a man or a woman, there are certain skills that you have to master if you want to do good in life. So today, I'm going to give you all the essential skills that all men and women has to master irrespective of their age. There are about 15 skills included in this video, so we're going to categorize into 5 segments. We have professional, we have personal, relationship, life skill, and financial literacy. The first segment is personal development. When it comes to personal development, the first skill that you have to have is emotional regulation. When it comes to emotional regulation, did you know that 90% of men suppress their emotion just because of societal expectation? This isn't just unhealthy but also counterproductive. Researchers from American Psychological Association proves that bottling up emotions can even lead to stress, anxiety, and depression, and in the worst case, it can even lead to physical problems like even high blood pressure. So if you want to regulate emotion, you can use the ruler method. The ruler method was developed by Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, where the R stands for recognize the emotions, U understand the cause, L label your feelings accurately, E express them appropriately, and R regulate using techniques like deep breathing or framing the situation. And my message to all my brothers out there, enough of suppressing the emotions. Talk to a person. Find a really close one who you can talk to. Maybe a friend, your girlfriend, your wife, your mother, whoever that person is. Find that one person, at least one person that you can talk to, whatever the situation is. That will completely change your life and will improve your mental health. Next one is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. Daniel Goleman, a psychologist who studied emotional intelligence, defines self-awareness as recognizing your own emotions and how it is going to impact others. So you have to be aware of what your emotions are and how it's going to impact others around you. Whether it's your loved one, your kids, or your family, your wife, or whoever it is, you have to be aware of your emotion. For this, journaling is one of the best methods you can actually do. You have to write down the entire thing that happened for your day, and you have to write down the emotions that you went through so that you can have a better understanding of how you can react and to manage your emotions. Next one is the growth mindset. According to Carol Dweck, a person with a growth mindset tries to improve through effort and learning, whereas a person with a fixed mindset tries to stay where they are just because they are afraid of all the possibilities of failure. But on the other hand, a person with a growth mindset will try to take even the slightest opportunity to improve and win. One thing that I ask myself is that, do I actually want that thing, or do I actually want to do that? And if I want to do that and I'm staying back just because I'm afraid of it or I'm shy, I would just take the jump. That is the one thing that all men and women has to do. You have to do that, especially if you're a man. The second segment is relationship. When it comes to relationship, the first skill that you have to have is active listening. Relationships are the key factors when it comes to a happier life, and active listening is one of the biggest factor which will help you to lead that. Most people listen just to answer, but you have to be a step ahead of that. You have to try to understand what that person is exactly trying to convince you. You have to try to be empathetic. You have to understand how exactly what they're going to, or you can slightly change the questions that you reply to them so that they can build a better trust with you. For example, if someone told you that they had a stressful day, instead of saying me too, try to be more interactive with them. Instead of saying that, try to say I'm really sorry for you, what happened, and try to ask that, try to be more interactive with them. This will help you to build better trust and bond. Next one is conflict resolution. Conflicts are inevitable, but how we handle it defines a relationship. So when a conflict arises in a relationship, instead of shouting at them, be gentle with them. Try to tell them how you exactly feel and how they can improve, or how you can improve. Ask them how you can improve so that they don't get hurt. But the only problem with this is if you are with the wrong person, that can even lead to more conflicts. So you have to choose your partner wisely. Next one is romantic relationship. In a romantic relationship, communication, trust, and intimacy are non-negotiable. And if any one of the three are missing, then the consequences are inevitable. And also, studies show that couples who spend intentional time together last longer and they are even happier compared to any other couples. Even small gestures like planning dates, giving them small notes, or even giving small surprises can even lead to a healthier relationship. Although these are small gestures, but the impact that they create are really big. The next segment is personal development. When it comes to personal development, the first skill that you have to have is leadership. By leadership, I mean not bossing around, but an influence on your colleagues. For example, if you're a team lead, instead of assigning tasks to your colleagues or even bossing them out, try to influence them, try to give them or convey the vision that you actually have and how you want the things to get done. So when you create an actual bond with them, they will be willing to genuinely work for you and genuinely find the results that you actually want. Instead of bossing them around and making their days even harder, this is the best thing that you can do. So leadership is one of the first quality when it comes to professional development. Next one is skill mastery. The 10,000 rule states that you have to have deliberate patience over time. Whatever the skill is, is, whether it's photography, cooking, or whatever skill is, you have to have the patience to master it over time. It might take even years, months, years, maybe 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. You have to have the patience to master it. If you actually want to master a skill or even excel at that, you have to have the patience and also work on slow progress. Next one is time management. One of the key problems that you face once you enter the professional environment is time factor or time management. One skill that you have to master is punctuality. You have to be punctual at whatever the things you do. So if there's a meeting at 10 p.m, please try to be there by 9:55. That is the one thing that I try to follow every single day. Whether if it's going out with a date, whether if it's going out with my friends, I always try to be the first one to reach there. That is the one thing that I try to follow every single day. That is also one of the key traits of a gentleman. And the next thing is, you're gonna have a life, you're gonna have friends, you're gonna have a wife, you're gonna have children, you're gonna have to work. So one thing you have to master is time management. You have to learn how to manage all of it. At first you might be having a difficulty managing, then you might leave out something. But over time, you have to master it and you will be getting really good at it. So if you think that you're gonna suck in life, but the truth is you're gonna get better, brother. Trust me, you will be better. The next segment is life skills. When it comes to life skills, the first skill that every man and woman has mastered is personal grooming. I've told you many times that personal grooming is one of the key skills that as a man that you have to learn. First one, you need to learn how to groom your beard, how to groom your own body hair, and how to smell really good all the time. So try to groom your body, take daily showers and use a good quality perfume. So if you don't know what perfume you can actually use, we are launching our own perfume brand, Aurum. We have started an Instagram page for that. We actually haven't launched the product yet, but if you want further details on that, you can follow our page Aurum Perfumes on Instagram. The link is in the description and it's also pinned in the comments. So if you want to check them out, you can check them out. The next skill is house maintenance. If you are a man who's after the age of 25, these are the key skills that you have to actually master. You have to keep your house clean. When it comes to the plumbing works, you need to at least have the basic skill to change a tap when it's broken, or even change a bulb, or even, keep your house neat and tidy. You need to have the basic skills of house maintenance, especially if you're a man, especially if you're married. The next skill is cooking. When it comes to this skill, most guys really think that cooking is only meant for the woman. When you're with your girlfriend or when you're on a date, cooking for them is one of the gestures that shows that you actually care for them. So cooking really good meal is also one of the key skills which will help you to create a long-lasting impression. This is also going to take some time. You're not going to be a master chef just by doing 1 or 2 meals. So you have to learn this skill. This takes time, consistency and patience. And the last segment is financial literacy. And the first one is budgeting. When it comes to budgeting, there is one rule that you can actually follow to manage your finances. That is the 50-30-20 rule. The 20% of your income goes to your savings and investments. The 30% goes to your wants and the 50% goes to your actual needs. Next one is savings and investing. When it comes to investing, the one thing that I'm going to say that is learn before you invest. Okay, whether if it's in stocks or trading or day trading or whatever it is, try to learn what you're actually doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to lose money. You're going to lose a lot of money. So if you don't know what you're actually doing, don't do it. Try to learn before you do when it comes to investing. And when it comes to savings, try to at least save 10% of your entire salary. And finally, financial goal setting. You have to have an idea that you will achieve certain things in a certain period of time. You have to have the planning and goal to reach at a specific financial state at a specific period of time. By the age of 25, I'm going to own my own car. By the age of 30, I'm going to buy my own house. You have to have the planning for that, and you have to save and invest and plan according to that. I personally think that having a financial goal or a plan will help you to do better in life, because when it comes to relationship, finance is a key thing which will often lead to conflicts. So if you have that sorted out, you can lead a better life most of the time. So guys, get your finances sorted out. So those are the 15 essential skills that all men and women have to master if you want to lead a better and happier life. So that's all from me today. If you find this video informative, do like, share and subscribe. We are almost about to reach 1K subscribers, and thank you so much for being a part of this. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notification. So see you again next week.